Man, this car's so lucky that I got it. So lucky. Welcome to another episode of Garageaholics restoration of all BMW projects. Today we are going to take this Silver Surfer and we are going to turn it into an amazing vehicle, but we're going to be doing it in stages. So this is going to be the first of many videos in this series. We have a 2009 328xi, actually it's a 328i X-Drive, which is different because it is an X-Drive late LCI model, so it's got a different X-Drive system than the pre-LCI 2007 to 2008 E90 models. This thing is black interior, not for long, and it's a silver. It's an all-wheel drive, it's an N52, and it is automatic. So we're going to be doing a lot of changes to this. And like I said, we're going to be doing it in phases. But this car is disgusting. So what we're going to do in this first chapter is we're going to be cleaning it, we're going to be changing out our interior, and we're going to be giving this thing a bit of a facelift to make this look good as new. Check it out. This is a 2009 black interior, but the guy that I bought this from is a bit of a smoker. Come on over, let me show you. Now I know you can't use all of your five senses here, but I will tell you that this thing looks gross, and what you can't tell is that it smells gross. This guy smoked some sort of tobacco product. I don't think it was cigarettes or cigars. It was like a small little cigarette thing, but it smells sweet and it smells gross. So we're going to be changing a lot of this interior because I just don't think that I have the capability to clean the whole thing. Swapping out most of this interior because while the black is kind of cool, it is absolutely disgusting. So we are going to be swapping a lot of this out for a much cooler, much more period correct interior from another E91. So that's one of the first things that we're going to be doing. The next thing we're going to be doing is changing these wheels. These wheels are beyond repair. Every single one of these tires is a different manufacturer, different level of baldness, and they're incredibly gross. And cleaning them right now, it's beyond cleaning. Everything has curb rash, so we're going to be replacing it with a less period correct wheel, but it's going to look really, really cool when I think it's done. So there's dust on everything. The vents are completely toast. The steering wheel is the non-sport steering wheel. In fact, this is a non-sport version car, so it doesn't have the big screen here. That's okay. I don't care. I actually prefer it. It's a little simpler. And it's also something that I can work with. It's a little bit more of like enjoy the driving experience type of a vehicle instead of play with gadgets and gizmos. And I really want to explore and really just play with this and enjoy the driving experience. Kind of give it an E46, E36 kind of feel. Now, what car are we going to be swapping the interior with? Now, it's a silver car, so we need to swap it with a cooler interior, something that maybe has a sport feel to it. And I got just the thing. Here we have a 2007 328i. This is a pre-LCI model, but it's a sport interior. Come on, let me show you. This is the saddle brown. It's a sport interior. It's got the sport steering wheel. It's got the sport screen, which we're not going to be using, but it's got a really nice, clean smelling interior. So we're going to take all this stuff and we're going to be swapping it into that. The thing about this interior, it is a sport interior and it's a 6-speed. We will eventually be doing a 6-speed swap on that, but not in this episode. We are going to be taking most of the interior and putting it into that car and actually getting it to smell nice again. All right, so first we're going to be removing the door cards. Now the door cards are pretty easy to remove. All you have to do is use a plastic pry tool to remove the wood trim piece out. It should snap out if you can get it at the right snap locations. And once you take that out, it'll expose 5 or 6 Torx T20s. And you also need to remove the piece right there on the door handle, and that also comes out. Now this one has electrical tape on it, which is really cool, nice little touch. And that just comes right out as well, and there's some Torx underneath that. Yeah. Nice, there they are. Now to remove the seat, it's pretty easy. You can use the motor to bring the seat all the way back, and that exposes these T40s. There's 2 on the front, and then there's going to be 2 on the rear as well, so you have to move the seat forward in order to access those. And then when you do that, you take the seat out, and then you have to remove this piece here, which is like a plastic piece to remove the seat belt. Once you do that, you disconnect the electrical connector on the bottom, and this seat is completely independent and can be removed. Right, got the front seat out, and we got the back stuff here. This all needs to be cleaned and vacuumed and or replaced. Started working on the door panels here. Got the door panels kind of started. take a look at this seat. Let's see what's underneath this seat here. Oh yeah, look at this. Wow. Man, this car's so lucky that I got it. So lucky. I'm gonna save this thing. I'm gonna save the Silver Surfer. I'm gonna save it.
It'll be the mascot for your car.
It'll be the mascot for the car, the Silver Surfer. Oh man, this thing's gonna be awesome. All right, so we removed the 4 bolts on the main seat. And then what we did was we removed this little piece here. Let me show you that piece. That piece kind of covers the plastic right here. When you remove that, just pries right off, it exposes another T50, and then you just remove it like this, and that allows you to take the seatbelt off very easily. Now you want to save this if you want to be putting the other seat back in. Once you do that, then the seat just kind of rotates up, and you use a flathead screwdriver to pry off at this guy right up here. Comes off like that, and then you got your seatbelt connector right here, and you just, it's right here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oop, 1, 2. There we go. Now the seat can come completely out. So to get this out, I think the best way to do it is like this, and then out like this, and then, ready? Then you just throw it away! All right, so these cup holders, this one's kind of good, but again, completely, you can get plastic and rubber on your fingers when you remove these. So you just take this, pop it off, and it exposes screws where these cassettes can come right on out, and you can replace the trim too, which, as you can see, look at this. Look at what's happening here. Look at that, it's crazy.
It's the soft touch plastic coating.
Nice. So we'll remove these as well. So the rear seat I heard was very easy. I haven't tried it yet, but I think all you have to do is just pull up on the bottom. That'll just come right on out, and that'll expose the bolts for the top side of the seat. So I pull this out, just like this. It exposes, I think it does expose it, but I have to remove the seat belt here, which actually I can do with another T50. So the rear seats is actually really easy. Once you remove these pieces here, these corner pieces literally just pull out from here and on the top. When you fold the seats down, it exposes 2 more T50s. You can see one here, and you can see one right here. Once you remove those, this whole seat just comes up and lifts away. Super easy. All right, so we are removing the center console now, and we're just about there. This thing is completely trashed. So we got a couple of electrical connectors to take care of inside of here. I think there's one for the light, one for the shifter.
Yeah.
Yeah, just 2 of them there.
And there's for the cigarette lighter.
Yep, and the cigarette lighter one is right in there. You can see that there, so we gotta remove that. And then this whole thing, there's a couple of screws here and here. Any other screws, Dan?
There's 2 right here that you gotta take the caps off
2
for.
of those.
And there's the 2 in the back here. The 2 posts you gotta take the nuts off of.
Okay. And it looks like the whole thing just kind of lifts off now. All right, now it's out. Here we go. I'm not going to throw this one on the ground because I actually might want to keep it. Okay, so removing the steering wheel is kind of tricky. What you want to do is there's 2 holes at the bottom of the steering wheel, and you want to stick up a really small screwdriver in, straight up, and push out. And that exposes and moves the spring inside of there. Zoom out a little bit. And you'll see exactly how I'm doing it while it's in the car here.
You can even see there's a little piece of rubber that's like a guide.
Yeah, it's kind of like a guide. I don't know why it's so hard. So then what you do is you remove the connector here, and then you make sure that you keep the steering wheel clocked in the right location, because when you put the other steering wheel on or whatever you're going to do, you want to make sure that it's in the same location, or else your alignment is going to be off. So let's zip this puppy out and put the new one in. Okay, back to the old camera, and we got all of the interior bits out of the brown one. Now, you guys might be saying, why in the world did you ever want to take apart this interior and put it into the other car? Like, this is a nice car. Well, it's not really. Truth be told, this is a salvage car, and I really bought it for the interior, actually. So I'll show you the interior in a second as it's all put down on the driveway before I put it into the Silver Surfer. But for now, this car has basically lived its life. It's a salvage car. There's no point in doing anything valuable to it, unfortunately. But there are still a lot more bits I want to take off of this thing, but that'll be for another video. Until then, let's check out the interior all laid out. And there you go. So we've got our brown cinnamon interior here. All of the pieces have been removed from the car, including the sport steering wheel. Everything is removed, and you can see the black here. And there were two reasons why I did this, actually. The first reason was because I just like the sport interior, I like the color, and I think it's going to go really well against the silver, especially with the silver trim inside. The other reason was pretty close second, actually. It was because this smells so bad. It smelled like sweet cigar, and I just could not stand it. So I thought that if I replaced all the interior pieces on a nice smelling BMW with that and cleaned everything out really good, that I would get rid of the smell. And I think I'm gonna get there. So now it's just a matter of reinstalling everything into this really nice, very cleaned interior now. And let's see how this all looks out. All right, I'm going to hold off on this door because I do need to replace this door lock actuator. It does not lock or unlock when commanded, so that part needs to be replaced, so that'll be an easy one, and then I can get this door panel in. Next is going to be the center console and center vents and things like that. So we'll put that in next, and then we'll work on the seats. All right, cup holders are installed, the trim is installed. Got to remove that bracket because I'm going to be upgrading the radio. Now we just got to do the center console, which should be pretty easy as well. We've just removed it from the other car, so it's all pretty fresh in my mind. And then we can start working on the rear seat. All right, the center console is fully installed. Just got to clean up this boot a little bit. But I ended up putting the manual boot on the shifter. It's a little bit more sleek. Obviously, I don't have iDrive, but that thing is useless. But I also got the rear seat installed here. And that was a bit tricky, probably the trickier things to do, I think. So these guys they come out, but then they come back in and they kind of like slide into each other. And then you just put these two bolts on there. They kind of just clamp on top, one there and one there. And then you're good. I mean, after that, you can easily get the bottom seat on. Remember to put this guy through the hole on the bottom seat before you tighten it up to that. And then the bottom seat literally just snaps onto this. And then over here, there's another one. And then you got the corners as well. So do the corners first and then the bottom seat. And then the back is completely done. Okay. Now the rear seat is completely installed with seat belts installed. Everything is good. And now I'm going to be moving over to the passenger seat and then the driver's seat. And then the steering wheel, of course. And I can reapply battery power at that point. Okay, the interior is done. Every door panel is installed. The seats are in. The cage is in. Steering wheel's in. I'm waiting on a new radio, so that's coming. Not bad on the silver. Let's take a look at the back here. Not bad. Very nice. Everything is here. Everything is complete. Now let's do the next thing. What is the next thing that we need to do on this? Well, I'll save you the suspense. I put the wheels on that car. Oh, by the way, let's look at this, by the way, just so you can see what's going on here. You got a major dent there. Car hit a deer, so every door panel was hit and touched. This bumper was not good. Every single panel was just in bad shape, so it needs a lot. And let me show you what the Silver Surfer looks like now that I've done all the swappage. And here it is. I mean, I gotta tell you, I just love the look. What a classic look these wheels are on this car. I mean, it's unbelievable how much it really brings out like just a classic look. I mean, the car is amazing. Everything inside of here just looks good. I got my car seat in there for my son. But wow, everything's just looking good. I mean, wow. I'm very impressed. I love it. Just got to get a radio. But everything's coming along. I'm just really, really happy with it. Very happy. This is a great car. And that's where I'm going to leave it off here today. Just doing some work on this Silver Surfer here. I've got a lot of tourings, as you can tell. I like them. I love them. They're my favorite kind of car, and we're gonna be doing a lot with this one here, a lot. So I hope you tune in and see in like a 4 or 5 series, video series. Okay. Come on. This again. And that's that, guys. I think that that's about it for me. As you can tell, I love tourings. I got an E36 touring there. I got my E91 touring here, which is my latest project. We're gonna be doing a lot of things with this car in about 4 or 5 videos in this series. And it's gonna be really cool stuff. I think you're gonna see this transformation over the course of the next 4 or 5 months in the playlist on YouTube, and I hope you really enjoy it. Guys, my name is Frank from Garageaholic, and I really hope you enjoyed watching this, and there's more to come. Thanks a lot, guys. Later.